used to be a radio producer at London's LBC. One of the programmes that I produced had a very special guest on it. His name was John Starkey. He was a psychic. We called him the amazing John Starkey, and you're about to hear why. Just before we let you hear a little clip of John Starkey, it's probably helpful to know how the programmes were made. John had a weekly 1 hour slot on LBC. He would come in about 10 to 15 minutes before his slot. We'd settle him down in the studio, and the phone lines would already be ringing. In fact, a lot of calls. Over 60,000 in an hour. The producer's job was to sit there, pick up the phone calls as they came in. We asked the person their first name and what part of London they were from. Then we put them through to the studio. Here he is, the amazing John Starkey.
London's LBC 1152.
It's the Paul Henry Show.
What are you laughing about,
I'm laughing at your news.
Why are you laughing?
Your news reading skills, mate.
It's the way it's written.
All the words were there, they just went in the right order, were they? If you'd like to speak to John Starkey, our resident clairvoyant, the number to call is 0171 1152. Let's sweep you to Hillingdon and Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hello there. Hello, Paul. Hello, John.
Hello, Amanda. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Nice to talk to you. You haven't done the ironing, though, have you?
I haven't. I don't like it.
No. I can see, I don't know whether they're tops or what, but I can see something white there that actually you're due to wear quite soon. And I'm wondering, should you be preparing that, perhaps?
Maybe I should.
Why don't you like it?
No specific reason.
It can be very therapeutic, they say.
Maybe I can think about the chores I prefer.
Yes, I bet you can. It's lovely, really, because I feel that professionally things will take off ever so well for you.
Oh, really?
The large building that you get involved with, where there are some uniform personnel there, but where there's a large foyer and entrance to it, and a small modern clock above a reception area.
Yes, I know where that is.
It doesn't have any real specific letters. It just has those little sort of wands, that form the face of the clock. I think that particular place has got great potential for you.
Oh, really?
Even though it'll be reorganised and changed around and restructured very strongly, I think after the restructuring you'll fit into that place very, very well indeed.
Oh, right.
I think they'll get a lot of problems with their elevators, but at the end of the day that's the way it is.
That's right, yes.
But I really think that you'll do so well there.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Good. It'll come together beautifully and you'll get some good opportunities.
Oh, right.
All right then?
Yes, thanks very much.
It's a pleasure. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. You're listening to John Starkey on the Paul Henry Show, LBC 1152 AM.
Is your company paying too much for your gas, water, telephones and electricity?
John, can I just ask you, I'm a novice to all this. This is the first time I've sat in on this show. I mean, obviously this is a gift. When did you first realise you had this gift?
Well, the last thing I saw it as was that, really, and it wasn't until sort of teenage years that I realised that other people didn't think in such an insular way that I did. For example, I used to see eyes at a bedroom window. I used to get feelings that perhaps there was somebody in the other room. And to me, it's just a sort of natural extension of something that everyone's got, but perhaps I became aware of it at that particular age.
So, I mean, do you see pictures and do you smell things? Do you feel, when you say the guy who had the bad knee, do you feel pain in your knee?
I definitely smell things. That can be very clear sometimes. The seeing is done in a kind of visualising kind of way. It's almost as if I listen to the voice of the caller and not try to imagine what they look like, then strong pictures will come into the mind. And sometimes those pictures are very lucid ones, but a bit like daydreaming, really, a bit like having a very vivid sort of dream. But with the pain and the knee, it's usually a little tingle, as if there was a mild electric shock coming through to one part of the body. And that often happens way into the call. I may have been talking to somebody for a few seconds or perhaps a minute, and then something will just radiate. I think it was Norman, where there was something to do with the shoulder that started to radiate, and then that knee came in. But it's never a specific pain or taking on the condition of the person. It's just a little feeling that comes into the picture.
Amazing. John Starkey is with us, and Sylvia, you're through to him.
Hello, Sylvia.
Hello.
How are
Hello,
you?
John.
Oh, you've settled down now. You just turned round a moment ago and you seem to be sort of facing straight on now. You're ready to face the music, are you?
Yes.
Good. I get the feeling particularly that the younger person close to you at the moment seems to be going through a very, very unsettled period of time. And I feel that what you need to do more than anything is really to push it as much as you possibly can. Because I feel that at the moment they're in a very interesting situation where they'll need to choose something academically that they'll be... Lovely, thanks very much indeed. Hello, Aquarius. Time to listen to that inner voice as much as you possibly can. It's quite important, really, because you're being led by inspiration and intuition at the moment, and this will get rid of a lot of negative energy from the past. Piscean people, it's important that you look after your own affairs at the moment. I know you'll want to recruit the support of others and perhaps shed that workload to other people, but at the moment, you be responsible, because if you do something, you know it's right, and you can't rely on others at the moment. Arian people, it's those bright ideas that you're getting, really original ideas, that'll win the day and the whole weekend for you. It's a great time, really, to go forward, but for goodness sake, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Concentrate on what you're doing. The love life side of it will go very well, but focus away from love and it will come to you. Taurian people, this is a very good chance to have your shout and have your say about important things. A lot of generosity around you and others really doing you a great deal of good indeed. So just take things carefully at the moment and say exactly what you think. Now let's see the final four. There'll be Gemini, Cancer, Leo and Virgo for you in just a mo.